G'day everyone. A challenge that I've been tasked with, and indeed that all Year 12 teachers face, is how to incorporate differentiated teaching in a manner that doesn't compromise the uniform nature of VCE and still adequately prepare students for their exams. The notion of differentiating your teaching to meet individual needs and preferences is great in theory and works well at foundational year levels, but it becomes exceedingly difficult to implement in Year 12. In a VCE subject such as biology, every student in the year level at the school will sit identical SACs at different intervals throughout the year. At the end of the year, every student in the state sits an identical exam at the exact same time. Every student is sitting the same assessment with the same criteria. There are no concessions made for different learning styles or learning abilities. As a Year 12 teacher, it is my job to prepare students as well as I possibly can for their SACs and ultimately their exam in accordance with the study design. I believe that differentiated teaching can potentially inhibit my ability to do this, and that I would be doing students a disservice if I modulate their learning a great deal. And to explain what I mean, I'll use the analogy of running. Essentially, I'm trying to train students to complete a 10-kilometre run, which is their exam. My job is to prepare students for this 10-kilometre run. So am I adequately preparing the weaker students if I assign them 2-kilometre runs throughout the year? Conversely, even the stronger runners need only complete 10 kilometres on D-Day, so there's no purpose in having them complete 50-kilometre runs during the year, as this is beyond the realms of anything they're likely to face in their exam. Ultimately, I need to be teaching each student the key knowledge and skills from within the study design, no more or no less. If this standard of work is too easy or too difficult for students, then I would actually be doing them a disservice if I were to excessively modify their learning and digress from the study design. Instead, if a particular student is struggling, I'll use strategies to help them bridge the gap and get back on track, so to speak. Firstly, I'll conduct regular assessments, both diagnostic and formative, to track student progress and see how they're faring. This continuous assessment will allow me to ensure that each student is keeping up and will allow me to modulate my lessons going forward to address classroom deficiencies and weaknesses. I'll also support students wherever I can, even through simple things like being approachable outside of class to answer questions about things they weren't sure of, and encouraging students to complete practice SACs and exams and providing constructive and timely feedback when they do so. For stronger students, rather than extending them with work that goes beyond the scope of the curriculum, I'll consolidate their understanding by having them complete various exam and SAC questions. This could mean having them complete more and more past exam papers and having them apply their knowledge in a variety of different circumstances. So all in all, in teaching biology, I'll be cognizant of student differences and preferences and acknowledge them where I can, but on the same token, I'll be steadfast in adhering to the study design and getting my students to the required standard. Thank you.